Hiya, it's the 21st of January. My name's Bruce Fummey, and this is the third instalment of this day in Scottish history. And I've brought you here to Perth Airport. Now, any friends in Western Australia will be looking at this weather and thinking, Jings, Cribbins, help my bob, what's happened? No, I'm in the real Perth. Don't worry, 2 weeks today I will be coming to West Australia to see what you did with the extension. Last time I was there, it felt like somebody had left the central heating on. I'll be coming to do my show, Macbeth without the Shakespeare bollocks, at the Fringe World Festival in Perth. But why have I brought you here today? It's because on this day, the 21st of January in 1919, was the birthday of the world's greatest ever aircraft pilot. And when I say the world's greatest ever, you just know he was Scottish. When I say he lived till he was 97, you're wondering, are you sure he was Scottish? Trust me, he was born in Leith in 1919 on this day, and his name was Captain Eric Brown. Winkle to his friends. Stop it. And by the time he was 8, the first time he took control of an aircraft in a cockpit, he was 8 years old, because his dad was in the Royal Flying Corps during the First World War, and he took him up in a plane when he was 8 years old. It was his first experience of a plane. And as Eric grew up, he was obsessed by aircraft, which is unusual because most guys in Leith are more into train spotting. Do you see what I did there? When he was 17, Eric's dad took him to the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. That was the Adolf Hitler, Jesse Owens Olympics. You remember the one? While they were there, the Luftwaffe had just been instituted at the time, and while they were in Germany, Eric's dad took him to meet a World War I flying ace. And this World War I flying ace asked the young 17-year-old boy if he wanted to go up in a plane, and of course he enthusiastically took him up in that, and they went up, they did all sorts of aerobatics, loop-the-loop, and you know the kind of thing. And when they landed, this World War I German flying ace said to the youngster, "You'll make a great pilot." And sure enough, 4 years later, he was shooting down Germans. And Eric had a fantastic, Captain Eric Winkle Brown had a stellar flying career. He flew 487 different types of aircraft. I'm going to say that again. He flew 487 different types of aircraft. I've only driven 18 different types of car, and I've crashed 3 of them. Right? Now, that world record of 487 different types of aircraft will never be broken, which is why the world's greatest pilot will always be Scottish. He was the first guy to take off and land a twin-engined aircraft onto an aircraft carrier. He was the first guy to take off and land a jet aircraft from an aircraft carrier. He was the first guy to take off and land a tripod undercarriage aircraft from an aircraft carrier. He was the first guy to take off and land a helicopter from an aircraft carrier. He still holds the world record of the most takeoffs and landings from an aircraft carrier, with 2,407 takeoffs and 2,271 landings. And I know some of you are saying, hold on, there were 136 times he took off but didn't land. I know, he was a brilliant swimmer as well, because we Scots can do anything. Captain Eric Brown was the most decorated pilot in the Royal Navy ever. And some of my English pals will be going, hold on, if he was in the Royal Navy, then he was British. I know, but when he crashed, he was Scottish. See, we don't just produce tennis players. If you're Canadian, you can also make a claim to him, because during the Second World War, he was seconded to the Royal Canadian Air Force and flew with them. And he was also almost died of hypothermia when an aircraft carrier that he was in was torpedoed by a German U-boat. He was arrested and held by the SS, and you can read about this all in his 1961 book, Wings on My Arm, I think it was called. Wings on My Lapel, Wings on My Shoulder. You can check it out, you'll get it in all great bookshops. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please, again, like and share the video, like and share the page. But more than anything else, on this day in Scottish history, let's remember Eric Winkle Brown, a guy of whom we can say he's probably in that great aircraft in the sky. Captain Brown, we salute you.